Hey everybody, thanks for joining in. In today's video, I'll be showcasing our new BotaniCuts wheat dye. So I already have the BotaniCuts wheat dye cut from white cardstock, and I have all of the pieces nested in the negative portion of the dye and stuck to a mat. So this is a piece of a Cricut mat, and it's sticky and it holds my pieces in place. You can get these mats just about anywhere. This particular one I purchased off of Amazon. It's just kind of a no-name generic brand cutting mat that's meant to be used with electronic cutting machines. I use them for all sorts of other things like inking up and working with delicate dyes such as the BotaniCuts wheat. So I'm going to start off by, like I said, I have it cut from white cardstock. This is 110 pound Nina white cardstock. I'm going to be inking them up a little bit with some antique linen ink so we can add just a little bit of color to those. Wheat, of course, is not super colorful, so we're going to just add some natural coloring. I'm going to start off, like I said, by sponging with some ink, and then I'm going to go in afterwards and add some more details with colored pencil. Okay, so I have kind of added some ink shading. Now I'm going to take a colored pencil. I have just kind of a taupey colored pencil. This is a Faber-Castell Polychromo, and it is, let's see if it has the color on here, warm gray 2. So it's just kind of a taupe color. So I'm going to use that and add some shading to kind of the areas where there's these little detail cuts. So I'm just going to add some deeper color just by kind of outlining. I'll zoom in a little bit here. So just going to kind of outline those detail cuts. And then I'll also kind of add some shading maybe along one edge. It really helps to have the die cuts nested in the negative. It makes them so much easier to work with rather than these really delicate pieces just kind of floating around on your work table. I'll also maybe add just a little bit of this same shading to the little grassy parts of the wheat heads. So I'm just going to continue on in the same manner, just adding this colored pencil shading. So now we have our shading all done, just some subtle details there with the ink and the colored pencil, and we can go ahead and assemble our stalks of wheat. So each stem of wheat, there's 4, gets layered with 2 of these, I don't know what you might call them, bearded pieces that will get layered behind the stalk of wheat. So you'll notice 2 of them here have more of a straight stalk, and 2 of them are fairly curved. So it's pretty easy to identify which pieces layer with which stem. These 2 sets right here, this set and this set, are exactly the same, and they coordinate with these 2 more straight headed stems. So we'll go ahead and start layering them. I'm going to pull everything out from the negative. So to assemble, I'm just going to add some adhesive to the back side of one of the straight stalks first of all, and then I'll just layer it over the top of one of those bearded pieces. And just line up the bottom of that with the bottom of that wheat head. Add some adhesive again to the back side and layer it one more time, and you can kind of see how those wispy parts of the die cut kind of fill in each other once they're layered. So you get kind of this neat layered look and nice full stalk of wheat. So basically the same thing for the rest of the pieces. You can see how this stem is curved to the right, and so you're going to match that up with the 2 pieces that also curve to the right, and then the same thing with this stem that curves to the left. There are 2 bearded pieces that curve off to the left, And so then just go ahead and layer those like we did that first piece. So there we have all 4 of our wheat stems assembled, and you can see how there's a nice assortment of straight stems and curved stems, perfect for building wheat bundles. So here's a nice full wheat bundle that I put together using 2 of everything. So I cut it twice and assembled them, and then topped it off with our bow from our Put a Bow on It set. One other thing that I wanted to point out that I found that I really like to do with the wheat stems is I also liked to use them more as a decorative grass. So without adding the bearded portions, so the little brushes to the end, I just used the stems as is, and they made for a really fun grass to tuck in with other things. These, I tucked them in with our new pampas grass stamp set. So it's just kind of a pretty accent to use as well. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little how-to for our new BotaniCuts wheat dye. This dye will be available from thegreetery.com beginning on Friday, September 10 at 10 a.m. Eastern Time.